Hello, one more D6 Russell's here, and today we guys my thoughts on The Flash Season 8, Episode 20, titled Negative Part 2, and I did not like this episode. I did not. There were so many plot holes in the only minutes I've actually even seen of the episode, very predictable outcomes, etc. Let's just get started with all of them. So the first few minutes, you have Barry dealing with the consequences from Iris dying, even though the way Iris died, getting hit by lightning in the chest, that would just, I don't know, that's not gonna kill her. Because by that logic, Barry shouldn't be able to kill almost half the people he throws lightning at. Because by that point, because judging from Season 8's logic, if Barry can throw lightning and kill people, then he shouldn't even be doing that. That. Barton telling him, no, this is not the way, this is not the way. They're just as bad as him. What? I'm sick of superhero films where they're telling you, no, you're not gonna be as good as him. You're gonna be just as bad as him. It's like, I'm starting to believe the writers have completely forgotten everything Dawn has done. Because if you have this kind of writing with Dawn, look, remember back in Armageddon? Caitlin was like, she was fine with Dawn not being around. Because it makes sense. This guy's been in our lives for far too long and has learned to terrorize our entire lives. Another problem, Cecile constantly being annoyed with Barry feeling anger and wants revenge? I'm like, do you have any idea what Dawn has done, Cecile? No? Okay, well that makes sense as to why you don't know why Barry's mad, even though the audience would understand why. And it's not just Iris. Everything Dawn's done makes far more sense and for why Barry should never be happy with this guy. How did the negative forces even became the negative forces? Because someone please let me know in the comments. Because honestly, because now it makes no freaking sense. Negative forces just come in and or essentially the forces just evil essentially. How did they even become the negative forces? It makes no sense. At least The Walking Dead realized that sometimes creating the threat of something, but also adding in a sense of mystery towards them, makes far more sense than how this season did it. Because the fortress space just became the negative fortress just automatically, where in the show, they also express how like the zombies makes work, or how they work, and how they even created. It makes far more sense, but in Season 8 it doesn't make sense here. Because it's like, oh, the forces just became negative counterparts. It's like, but how did they begin? At least The Walking Dead realized that sometimes it's better when you create something, but also have an element of mystery. It's the way The Walking Dead show did, and showed how zombies are created way better than, say, in the comics. Because in the comics they're just created for no reason. Okay, now another issue I have is that Team Flash is so stupid this episode. Literally, if you go back and rewatch this episode, Mina created the block. Yet no, Barry's the one that sees it. Why doesn't Barry just say, "Hey Mina, you made the block, right? It turned you into a negative flash. You had the negative speed force at one point. Why don't we go there, find a way, then we get the we should be able to go inside the negative speed force. Why do we have to go, oh no, I'm gonna destroy the machine even though it's gonna help us? Seriously, how stupid is Team Flash is at this point? Clifford DeVoe was never this dumb. He was far more intelligent. Hey, remember back in season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 when Team Flash actually were smart people? Yeah, remember when they actually used ways, not just the same typical, you're faster than me kind of stuff. They actually used their intelligence. Hey, remember back in season 6 where when Barry almost didn't even use his speed, he had to use his intelligence when he, went up against Sunshine, and was able to easily take her out? I cannot see season 8 Barry doing that. Since when was Barry this dumb? This is probably even dumber than when he was in season 4 and season 5 and season 7. Because you're using something that you literally have in your corner, but are planning to not even use it. So now, I find it hard to believe that Team Flash are even scientists at all. Okay, so apparently later on, Barry Dawn uses the negative forces and becomes like the negative forever force. But then Barry Allen also uses the forces as well. I can't see that as much of a shock because literally half of the people literally said that it's probably here's what's gonna happen. Barry and Dawn are gonna use the forces, whether it's the strength, stage, and still force together, or their speed forces become the forever force and just take out Dawn. It's not a shock. Who literally finds, Barry beating Dawn as a shock for a season finale? It's not a shock for me. You literally can see it coming. You can literally see it coming from a mile away that Barry's gonna win. Also, the read Dawn's always stupid, and it's also Team Flash's fault technically. And it's also their stupidity at this point. Not one of them, because for instance, do you think it makes sense? If I was I would have put Dawn in a meta cell. I don't care. He always has tricks up his sleeve, and I'm gonna put something like whenever he escapes, I'm giving the immediate alert, or he somehow gets out of the cell. I would give I'm getting an immediate alert. Makes far more sense. I'm able to stop Dawn a lot easier, and it's me actually being smart. As it stands, I really don't think Team Flash are that smart anymore. I don't consider them anymore. Because here's their problem. They don't know. They constantly think, Dawn doesn't have his speed. It's like, how long have you known this guy? 1 minute? You know he has something up his sleeves, and it makes far more sense that the way I do it, because it's more likely he's never going to escape from that point. I really am not liking. I think this is the worst graphic novel. I think this is the worst graphic novel, even worse than The Forces. This is easily the worst thing to The Flash Season 8. because it just destroys logic. Like, if I was to ask the question, which show is more repetitive? It's basically the repetitive as well. This season's literally the same thing we've seen a million times already. We don't need more Dawn next season. I swear, if Dawn is in one part of next season, I think I might just be done. I might just wait to the final season, just watch the entire season, just review it as well. I think I might be done with The Flash because given how season 7 has been, given how season 8 has been, season 8 had its high moments, but it had a lot of lows. So that's my thoughts on The Flash season 8 episode 20. What do you think of this episode? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Just let me know down below, and as always, I'm going to see you next time. Goodbye.